Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the MLB Draft Combine interviews with Prospects Live. And I'm joined by a very, very special guest, Arizona catcher Adonys Guzman. Okay, Adonys, so you just got back from Omaha. How was that, first of all? I'm sure it was an absolutely awesome experience. How was that, and how's the travel been? You've kind of been a couple different places in the last few days. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I mean, Omaha was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It was a dream come true, honestly, like getting to play in front of all those fans, my family being able to be there. It was just sick in and of itself. I kind of compared it to the people that I asked to like an adult version of the Little League World Series.
Yeah.
Like you just go around, get free stuff, like sunglasses here, free merch here, people saying what's up every 2 seconds. So it was an unreal experience, and I'm very grateful to be able to get there with our team. And I'm glad. I'm upset we didn't win more games, but it was just sick to be there.
Being in the Final Eight, like, that has to mean something. Well, you didn't accomplish your overall goal. Your season outlook was still great, right?
Yes,
you guys had a super fun year. We were following along a lot. I kind of want to pick your brain about catching here. Right? You're kind of the backbone of the team, especially at Arizona. I want to talk to you a little bit about your catching process. So before a game, what does kind of your catching pregame look like, and then we'll get into some other stuff.
I like to keep it real simple. I kind of just start off getting the eyes warmed up. I might use some heavier balls and plyo balls, and just kind of have one of our coaches flip them to me, and I just work my moves, just kind of get going, and then I'll work into some transfers after that, and then just some blocks, and then get my arm ready to go, do some plyo works and bands. Game time, ready to go.
So arm strengthening is kind of a part of your routine.
Yes, sir. I wouldn't say more arm strengthening. I would just say making sure my arm is ready to go, just like loose. Throughout the year, I was feeling great, and then like April, May, I kind of hit a wall where it's just like, wow, I feel like I have dead arm, and I started doing some plyos and built a routine and a program doing those, and it helped me tremendously.
Taking care of your arm just like a pitcher. I don't see why not when you're throwing the ball just
Exactly.
as much, right?
Exactly.
So what do you think is the hardest aspect of the catching game, right? In the last 5 years or so, we've seen data and analytics really kind of complicate the catching game, right? Things have changed a lot. There's kind of been a shift in catching to like the knee-down approach. What do you think is the hardest thing for a catcher to do nowadays in today's game?
It's hard because there can be a lot of different answers to this, especially in terms of like for me personally, it was when I said like that April, May came around, and it was just in the middle of the season. We weren't really playing for much, and it was just kind of filling my legs and just being able to produce offensively. Like the defense for me has always been there, and it's always been something that I've been really good at, but it's just the offense, especially when my body wasn't feeling the best and my legs were kind of giving out a little bit, and my arm was a little dead. Just being able to get back out there, do it on offense, and then get ready for defense.
So that was my next question: is how do you possibly last for a full season? And now you're getting ready to enter pro ball, and it's even more intense with more baseball games. What's kind of your rest and recovery method, and do you have one thing that like really gets you going and refreshes your legs and your body for catching the next day?
Not really. I'd say I'm pretty normal in terms of recovery and what I do. I've heard of some crazy things some people do, especially these pitchers nowadays.
Oh yeah.
But no, maybe some Normatec, cold tub, hot tub, the contrast, and our strength and conditioning coaches at U of A have done a great job of just making sure we have a really good strength program and keeping us on track with that and throughout the whole season, because that's part of our routines as well. Like if you're not healthy, you can't play. So in order to stay healthy, you have to do the small things like lift, recover, and stuff like that. Hydration was a big one for them.
Keeping it simple. It sounds like, right? Keep it simple. Leading into my next question, why Arizona? What spoke to you about Arizona?
First off, one of the coaches that was at my previous school, Boston College, he ended up coming to Arizona, so that kind of made it a little bit of an easier decision, but also just the weather.
Absolutely.
And I don't think we've ever had a rain out or anything of that nature. It was just a great place to play baseball. Our head coach coached in the big leagues for a number of years, so there was a ton of experience there in terms of what a pro looks like and how a pro should act. And that was something that was very intriguing to me as well. But yeah, just the weather, the coaching, And yeah, pretty much.
I mean, those are two important things, right? Like this 110, a guy like me from Seattle, where we're constantly getting rained out. This is a little foreign to me, but I'm loose, man. I feel like I could get on the mound right now.
Exactly.
I want to talk to you a little bit about your walk-up song, right? So what walk-up song did you choose, and do you think a walk-up song matters for a baseball player?
Yes and no. Last year, I got to the point where it was like, I was being superstitious with my walk-up song, and like if I had a stretch where I didn't get a hit for a couple games or something, like, oh yeah, I got to change the walk-up song. It has no more hits in it. Whereas this year, I stuck with the same one all year, and it tend to work. But I did Nueva York by Bad Bunny. So some New York. I'm from New York. Spanish, so kind of got a little bit of all sides of me. But yeah, that was.
I would say the walk-up song worked this year.
Yeah,
I would say it did.
Thankfully.
When you're talking about mental skills in baseball, right? Baseball is a game of failure. How do you kind of strengthen your mind enough to go out there and keep performing even through bad stretches or whatnot? What kind of mental training have you done to kind of strengthen yourself in that aspect of the game?
That was a big part of our program as well.
I love that.
We have sports psychologists that are always at our disposal. Yeah, that was just learning small things and tricks that help you recenter and reset yourself. For me, the biggest thing was it really came down to my preparation. Like mentally, I was like, I know I put in the work. I know I have my routines in place. I know what I need to do on a day in and day out basis, and that's where I gained my confidence from and the mental toughness or the mental resilience you need to be able to perform regardless if you're not having the best results. You know, because it's a really long year at the end. Especially when it comes to hitting, the numbers will average out regardless of which way. If you're really down or really up, they'll tend to average out 99% of the time. So it's just about knowing that you put the work in and that you're good enough to go out there and play.
I love that. I love that a lot. I've asked this question to a lot of people today, and my number one answer is like control the controllables. But the preparation really is where you get your confidence from, right? And I can tell that you are prepared, and that has kind of spoken in your game. I have a couple kind of rapid fire questions here for you. First of all, favorite lifts in the gym?
I'll go squat. Back squat.
All right. That's a catcher lift. Right?
Exactly.
If you had to sing karaoke, what song are you singing with?
If I Ain't Got You, Alicia Keys.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's the best answer I've gotten all day. And lastly, who's your baseball GOAT and why?
GOAT, like of all time.
Yeah. But it can be your personal one. It doesn't have to be whatever.
Can I say two?
Absolutely.
Two of the players that I grew up admiring were Alex Rodriguez and Manny Ramirez.
Absolutely.
Two. They just, I don't know. I really love their swings. I love the way they played the game. Specifically for my position, the greatest of all time is Yadi Molina, in my opinion. Just the swag he played with and just how good he was in general.
The defense alone,
exactly,
just incredible.
Yeah.
Really cool.
But growing up, we're definitely. Overall, Alex Rodriguez and Manny.
Did you have a chance to see Manny? I don't know. Were you here yesterday?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't get a chance to see Manny at all. But I mean, still to this day, if I'm going through a little bit of a slump or if some feels aren't right, I'll go on YouTube and just search up Manny Ramirez in batting practice. And it'll just from watching, I've learned so much from him, especially just how easy it is. It's just it's pretty sick.
That's really interesting. Looking at highlights to get yourself out of that's really, really
well,
cool.
Not even highlights, just batting practice.
Just seeing the swing, right?
Yeah, just the swing and the effort level and how he goes about hitting is really unique and I like it a lot.
Yeah, effortless power, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, his kid had some pretty effortless power too.
Really?
So I'm like, he looked pretty dang good. So now would be a great time to shout out your social medias where the people can find you if they're watching this interview.
On Instagram Adonys.Guzman and Twitter Adonys Guzman 3, I believe.
They can look you up. I'm not sure they'll find you.
I don't even know my username for real.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.